Well, Canada reported much higher than expected job numbers for January just last week. Employment jumped by 150,000. That's 10 times higher than forecasted. But where exactly are these jobs being added, and how does that impact wage growth? A key factor, of course, for the Bank of Canada while setting interest rates. For a deeper dive into the labor market, joining us now is Benjamin Tal, Deputy Chief Economist at CIBC Capital Markets. Thanks so much for making time today, Benny, as always. I'm glad you wanted to talk about jobs today because I wasn't here on Friday, so I missed out on this. But what a report, 10 times more than expected. Just what did you think of that gain for the month?
It was unbelievable, a very, very strong number. Again, the market expected 15,000, we got 150. So much for economic forecasting, I guess. The point here, of course, is that something big is happening here. And the question is to what extent it's seasonal, not seasonal. You know, we know that January was relatively warm weather-wise, so many people believe that it has to do something with the numbers. We don't know, maybe we'll get February that will not be as strong. Regardless, something big is happening here, and we have to realize that we have to look into it. And of course, the question, as you mentioned, is that we get 150,000, wages are not rising. In fact, the unemployment rate is not going down. So something else is happening here. Yeah. So we have to recognize one thing. We have seen a significant increase in population growth. We have new immigrants arriving. We have foreign students allowed to work in the Canadian labor market. They are joining the labor force. So you have many people entering the labor market, and that's why the unemployment rate did not go down, despite the fact that employment went up by 150K. That's one thing. The other is that if you look at the job creation, a lot of those jobs are in where we need them: hospitality, restaurants, low-wage industries. So if you have more people entering in low wage, the average wage is actually going down. You see, because of the composition factor, and therefore you don't see a huge increase in wages. A lot of things are happening, and then you have small businesses, mostly, unable or unwilling to raise wages. They're telling us, listen, we don't have the margin to raise wages. Economists like yourself are telling us a recession is coming. We are not starting to raise wages just before a recession, because remember, wages go up, they never go down. So that's another factor. So a lot of things happening. We have to realize that those small businesses are struggling to hire, as you can see from the chart. Yeah. Very difficult for them to hire. They don't have the money. And therefore, a lot of the hiring happening among large companies. Small businesses are struggling.
So the large companies are scooping people up right now. But I just kind of wonder, if why aren't people demanding more wages when inflation is as high as it is, the cost of everything has gone up so much, and there is such demand for workers. We hear about these job vacancies being so high, and in the business surveys, finding skilled workers is still a top priority and a challenge for so many businesses. So why do you think those workers aren't able to demand more?
And more than that, because we see a lot of other things happening in the background. For example, self-employment. Self-employment in Canada went down dramatically. It went down during COVID. We expected it to go up. It didn't. It stays down. It's in the basement. In the US, the opposite happening. It's actually up. It's higher than it was before. Why? Let me tell you the truth. I don't know. I really don't know what happened there. But something is very interesting, because to the extent that all those self-employed in Canada turn into paid employed, this means that the market is even tighter than perceived. So the question is why wages are not rising. Well, they are rising. They're rising by 5%. That's 3% more than inflation. So they are rising. And we're starting slowly, we're starting to see more wage increase in the bottom part of the wage distribution. The second quintile, namely people who make on average $22 an hour, are starting to see a more significant increase. So economics 101 is starting to work, but not exactly.
And when we look at wages, or when we looked at wages, a year or so ago, there was more growth happening in that lower wage category, wasn't there?
Yes, it actually started to go up, went down, and now it's starting to go up again. So it's like a zigzag type situation. But you're absolutely right. It seems that corporations, especially small businesses, are resisting to increase wages. And one of the reasons is maybe they view the inflation rate to be temporary. They believe the Bank of Canada, interest rates are rising, a recession is coming. You really want to limit your commitment to higher wages, especially long-term contracts.
So what do you think the Bank of Canada thought of this jobs report? You know, they've had the weekend to sit on it as well. They still got some more time, of course, before the next decision. But do you think that this changes anything? I mean, it seemed, quite clear that they were intent on pausing.
Yes, we had this conditional pause, and then 2 minutes after you get this 150K, and then you said, oh, wow, I shouldn't have said that, actually. I think that the Bank of Canada is rethinking that. I really hope they will not raise interest rates just because of 1 or 2 months of employment numbers. These numbers are, those numbers are very, very volatile. Remember, a lot of damage is still coming in the pipelines due to the previous hikes. I think that the Bank of Canada is already very close to overshooting. We should stop and pause and make sure that we understand where this economy is going. Inflation will ease, and I think that the labor market will ease as well. Remember, a lot of what we have seen is people not in the labor market because they are sick. We have seen a lot of hours being lost because of people just being sick. That will disappear by spring. Let's hope and pray. That will ease the pressure on the labor market. So maybe the labor market is not as tight as perceived.
Yeah.